In our journey through the life of Saint Thérèse of Lisieux, we have seen her childhood faith, her hidden life in the convent, and her teaching of the little way. Now we arrive at the final chapter of her life, where her faith was tested in the most painful and mysterious way. Thérèse entered the Carmelite convent at 15 with the dream of living and dying for love. But she did not imagine that her path to holiness would involve such intense suffering. In 1896, she began to cough up blood, the first signs of tuberculosis. From then until her death, her health declined rapidly. But what shocked her sisters was not only her physical suffering, but the spiritual trial that accompanied it. Thérèse experienced what she called a night of faith. She described it as a dark tunnel where she no longer felt the joy of God's presence. Instead, she was surrounded by doubts and temptations against faith itself. She did not lose faith, but she suffered the silence of God. She said she felt like an atheist who wanted to believe but could not. And yet she chose to continue trusting, offering this darkness for those who struggle with faith. This trial revealed the depth of her little way. Even when she could no longer feel God, she continued to love Him through small acts and through her unwavering trust. In her writings, she described herself as a little bird looking at the sun even when clouds hid its light. Her suffering was not meaningless. She turned it into an offering for souls, especially for missionaries and unbelievers. In the convent infirmary, as her illness worsened, she showed incredible patience. She endured fever, weakness, and constant pain. Yet her sisters testified that she continued to smile, to speak words of kindness, and to encourage others. She wanted to die with love on her lips, and she did. On September 30th, 1897, at the age of 24, her final words were, "My God, I love you." Witnesses said she died with a smile on her face. After her death, the hidden seed of her life began to bloom. Her autobiography, The Story of a Soul, written out of obedience, spread quickly around the world. Ordinary people saw in her not a distant saint, but someone close to them, someone who showed that holiness is possible in daily life. Miracles were attributed to her intercession, and within 28 years she was canonized. But her legacy did not stop there. In 1997, Pope John Paul II declared her a doctor of the Church, placing her alongside the greatest theologians and teachers, even though she never studied in universities or wrote scholarly works. Her teaching of the little way was recognized as a profound guide for the whole Church. Today, Saint Thérèse is one of the most beloved saints, patroness of the missions, and a source of hope for countless souls. Her relics travel the world, drawing millions of faithful who seek her intercession. Her message remains simple yet radical. Holiness is not about doing extraordinary things, but about doing ordinary things with extraordinary love and trust in God. Her life asks us a question: how do we face suffering, doubt, or weakness? Do we run away, or do we, like Thérèse, turn them into offerings of love? She teaches us that even the darkest nights can lead us closer to God if we hold on to trust. If this series on Saint Thérèse touched you, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with someone who needs encouragement in their faith. And remember, like Thérèse, we too can become saints in the small details of everyday life. The little way is open to all of us,